Look at this man, the Prime Minister of England, a Labour Prime Minister. What a cruel, evil, despicable, heinous. His cuts to disability, to people who are sick, to vulnerable people, are going to be worse ever than the Tories. How? How is that even possible? And then it's disability benefit cuts test loyalty. Loyalty. What the frick? How? What? How, what? How's that being loyal? He says it's a moral. He couldn't even, what the hell? George Osborne and the Tories used the excuse of what they inherited, a justification to drive through austerity, and Keir Starmer and Labour are doing exactly the same. Why? And there he is, like George Osborne and that, licking with his big, fat tongue out, licking the faces of the rich. As Prime Minister's questioned, I called on Prime Minister not to cut support, this is Richard Bergen, not to cut support from disabled people, and instead to introduce a wealth tax on the wealthiest of our society. That's how the media cover it. The Mail, the Whitehall editor describes Richard Bergen as far left when citing his support for a wealth tax targeting the super rich rather than welfare cuts. This is done to delegitimise Bergen's politics. In other news, the journalist is employed by a tax-avoiding billionaire. But they don't put that down. They don't describe them. Look, Labour have declared war on disabled people. This party is morally bankrupt. This country deserves so much better. That's Liz Kendall. She's the one doing the disability. Has your department carried out an impact assessment? BBC asked her. Have you? Have you carried out what effects that will have on vulnerable people? No, because they don't give a shit. They don't care. And it's all for votes. It's all for votes from reform. It's horrific. Work and Pension Secretary Liz Kendall's false and dangerous belief that many current claimants are not generally unable to work has described to demonise and punish the most chronically ill. Labour benefit. Look at that Venn diagram. Reminder that Liz Kendall, Secretary of State for Work and Pension, has her heating bill paid for by the taxpayer. She has her heat. You pay her heating bill. While she's punishing the sick and the disabled and the poor, you pay her fucking heating bill. And she's living in a £4 million house. It's a joke. This is the Guardian. This is the Labour. It says here, this is the editorial. The Guardian view and Labour's welfare plans are betraying the vulnerable. Even the Guardian are saying that Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, Liz Kendall, and all of the MPs who their loyalty is going to be tested, are betraying the vulnerable. When Keir Starmer and Rachel cut welfare payments, it will mean the Tories were more generous to benefit claimants than the Labour government. Something has gone terribly, terribly wrong with Labour since Starmer became leader. He's totally corrupted the party. Francis Ryan here, listen to this. All Labour MPs have reportedly been called into Downing Street for talks with Starmer. If you have a Labour MP, contact them now. I'm going to leave this as the last bit. Labour mollifies the rich, targets disabled people, and claims moral justification. There isn't any.